Hey everybody, it's Digital Dreamer 333. I thought I would do a small video talking about my feelings about the Digimon Colour devices. So here we have my first version here. Now this little guy here, super awesome. I've raised him quite a few times, actually enough that I restarted him just so I could do it all again. And we've had a really good time. We got Shinmonzemon running right now. He's doing pretty good. He's only 9, but this is after the restart granted. Now, this was my very first exposure to kind of the original VPET style. I had not ever had one of these as a kid. Closest I ever got to it was the Detector toy and the Tamagotchi Connect series. I don't know if I can get him better there. There we go. So you can see him. He's doing pretty good there. Just today, I received from Zenon, not sponsored of course, this little guy here. So he's just a baby still. We're just in our infant stage, and I should really feed him. I just got home from work, poor guy. And honestly, I really like it. I had very minor issues with the first series, and the issue still stands here, and that is even on the low settings, I find the volume to be incredibly piercing. Beyond that, though, I really like the gameplay. To compare the two, on the first version here, when we go into training, we get this little training animation. So he fights against himself, essentially. So you have to fire off a couple of attacks. Now, I've heard that in the original devices, if you canceled out of this, it still counted as a fulfilled training. I don't know how much truth there is to that because I don't have an original device. But on this one, you have to completely go through the whole training and succeed to actually get it to count. So in this case, 2 versus 3 didn't win, so that won't count for my training. Aside from that, the battling is pretty straightforward. Seeing the color sprites has been amazing. This one hasn't hooked up with another player at all, simply because there hasn't been another player. You can see it going there. Shinmonzemon is doing his thing. He's doing just fine. We'll let him continue battling off on the side there. Now, to talk about the new guy here, I really like the style of training on this one a little bit more. It's a scale here. I just messed it up. It's kind of hard doing it through the camera there. But way, 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 way easier for me at least. There we go. So we want to knock down the tree for training, and we've succeeded. Now, I haven't done any of the battling yet, but there are a couple of things between the devices that are different. Of course, the background here is going to be a big change. I haven't gotten him past baby phase 2 yet, so I don't have anything beyond the kind of filthy room background, but that's fine. Allegedly, there's different backgrounds if you connect them to each other for this one. I haven't done it yet, same with the original device. I'm hoping to do it with this guy because my buddy has a red model. Now, with these guys, there's some very small changes. You can see, I don't know if you can see them side by side, the menus for these stats are actually two different shapes there. This one is much closer to the Pendulum Z, whereas this is much closer to the Pendulum 20. Other than that, there's a couple really small ones, like the call-out icon's a little bit different. There's like a refined edge in some of them. The poop, of course, is the same. The biggest other change is the light bulb. As you can see, it's different between the two, but again, that's a really minor difference. Just got him today, of course, so I haven't really gone through the roster at all. But honestly, really loving it so far. I'll say the same things as I would for the first. Really solid design. Really love the Type-C port. Love the translucent plastic on this model. A solid keychain piece as always. Haven't done anything with the connectors, so I'm sure they're fine. I like the buttons. The buttons on these feel different. I'm aware that they are a slightly different size than the DM20s or the DMXs. So the main thing with that is I tried to change out the frame and the buttons on my original model there to fix that up. And I find the frame overhangs a tiny bit and the bars are spread out more, so it doesn't look quite as centered. In addition to that, I thought the buttons felt softer, so I was having a lot more latency issues, I guess, but I'm really picky about stuff, so maybe that's just something I picked up texture wise. Again, really high quality shells. Love, love, love the USB Type-C charging. Super, super awesome devices. Love them to death. I've spent a lot of time with Shinmonzemon here, and this whole roster has been amazing. Finally got Airdramon on it recently too, so I mean, love that. But I'm super excited to jump into it with this little guy here and just kind of have a good time. I don't think I'll post any updates on the YouTubes for this guy, but I mean, he'll be on the Instagram growing up with time. Anywho, that's it for today, my thoughts on the color. If you have any of your own thoughts, of course, leave them in the comments below. See ya!